Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Hey, that's me. That's right. What's up, guys? Titoclock and Tito James here with the rest of the gang. Hey, June, Oliva, what's happening? Tuned in. Wow, June. Between June and May. Hey, look at that. Between May and June, who's first? June comes before May on Titoclock. In normal life, May always comes before June. Okay, never mind with the Tito puns. You know what I'm trying to say, right? But just so cool that May and June are both the first people there. And who else we got? We got Annie Furukawa. We got Mirna Aberin, always tuned in. Hey, Mirna, what's up? Elmer Capuno, also a regular. Eliza Quison, also a Titoclocker. Marose Barcena, Yahoo! Frey Ma. Today's your lucky day. I hope so, because look, here. Look, both sides. I mean, we're loaded today. I mean, we got the pillow from Tempur. That was a really popular one, by a crazy one. Then we have the LG OLED. I have to get used to baliktad. The LG OLED over here, the 48-inch C1, should I say. And a bunch of these. That's right. Look, these are so cool. These are wonderful for people who are going through, some hard times right now during a lockdown. And that's like better than ayuda, because you can spend it on groceries and you get to choose. You don't get those like the sardines that we've heard what happened with some of the ayudas. We won't get into that, right? So anyway, I just wanted to start things off as we always do with a big hi greeting to everybody out there in Tito Land, wherever you might be. Always also great to know where you're tuned in from. It just gives us a little snapshot. It's nice to know if you're either from Bacolod or Manila or somewhere in the UAE maybe, or Australia. Nice to just have you on board and share this hour with us, because that's what it's all about, right? We're just chilling out together. We're just passing time, and mostly we're just having a good time as we pass it. And we're trying to keep people as calm as possible to get through this crazy period that we're going through, because who would have ever guessed that we'd still be here over 18 months later, or 18 months later would still be here, back to where we first started, ECQ. It's just surreal, isn't it, in many ways? And people are really starting to feel the fatigue of the pandemic. I mean, we're a very resilient bunch, but hey, after 18 months of being locked up and all these either broken promises, or whether it's deliberate or just the situation changes and we thought it would be gone and it's not gone, not necessarily saying it's anyone's fault, but it still has that impact of being changing all the time, and we need something to cling to, something, and we don't have that. So anyway, that's what we're planning to do over here, is just relieve you of some of that stress. The United States of Paz, I like that. Well, that's better than the autonomous region of what's that village again in Pasig? The one that we always get complaints of. Greenwoods, that's Greenwoods. Well, sometimes they call it the autonomous city of Makati, right? Because they also play by their own rules sometimes. But anyway, more of that later on. I think we have quorum. We're complete now. So we've got about 1,900 people tuned in. So I guess we can get this all started. And usually what we like to kick things off, if you're new in the show, of just getting everybody on the same page, finding out what's the latest in headlines. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got for us, Chris?
Hello. Good afternoon, Tito James. Happy Friday, my fellow Tito Clockers. This is Chris for your Tito Clock News. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque announced today that the Enhanced Community Quarantine, or ECQ, of Metro Manila remains until August 20, as the capital region faces the highly contagious Delta variant of COVID-19. Below are the other quarantine classifications announced by Roque for the remaining weeks of August. Bataan will be under ECQ until August 22. MECQ from August 16 to 31 includes Laguna, Cagayan de Oro, Apayao, Ilocos Norte, Bulacan, Cavite, Lucena City, Rizal, Aklan, Iloilo Province, Lapu-Lapu City, Mandaue City, and Cebu City. GCQ with heightened restrictions from August 16 to 31 includes Ilocos Sur, Cagayan, Quezon, Batangas, Naga City, Antique, Bacolod City, Capiz, Negros Oriental, Cebu, Zamboanga del Sur, Misamis Oriental, Davao City, Davao del Norte, Davao Occidental, Davao de Oro, and Butuan City. GCQ from August 13 to 31 will be Tarlac, and GCQ from August 16 to 31 includes Baguio City, Santiago City, Quirino, Isabela and Nueva Vizcaya, Quezon, Puerto Princesa, Guimaras, Negros Occidental, Zamboanga Sibugay, Zamboanga City, Zamboanga del Norte, Davao Oriental, Davao del Sur, General Santos City, Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani, North Cotabato, South Cotabato, Agusan del Norte, Agusan del Sur, Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur, Dinagat Islands, and Cotabato City. The government's pandemic task force released an updated and shortened list of green or low risk territories today. Inbound travelers from green territories who are fully vaccinated only need to go through a 7-day quarantine and an RT PCR test in a government accredited facility on their fifth day, with their day of arrival already counted as the first day. On Thursday, the Pandemic Task Force announced that fully vaccinated individuals who were close contacts of probable and confirmed COVID-19 cases will no longer be allowed to undergo a shortened quarantine period of 7 days and would instead be subject to 14-day quarantine. Updated list of 36 green territories include Albania, American Samoa, Anguilla, Australia, Benin, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Brunei, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cayman Islands, Chad, China, Comoros, Ivory Coast, Djibouti, Equatorial Guinea, Falkland Islands, Federated States of Micronesia, Gabon, Grenada, Hong Kong, Hungary, Mali, Montserrat, New Caledonia, New Zealand, Niger, Nigeria, Northern Mariana Islands, Palau, Poland, Romania, St. Pierre and Miquelon, Slovakia, Sudan, and Taiwan. Manny Pacman Pacquiao continued to impress in the second to the last day of sparring, hardly needing any adjustment in the wake of a last-minute opponent change. The Filipino icon, who will challenge Cuba's Jordanis Ugas in a bid to reclaim the WBA Super Welterweight Championship on August 21 in Las Vegas, which is August 22 in Manila, sparred 2 rounds each against Giovanni Cabrera, Ivan Redcatch, and A.B. Lopez. Cabrera and Redcatch are southpaws who were ordered to spar right-handed to simulate Ugas, who stepped in as a replacement for the injured Errol Spence Jr. Lopez, meanwhile, is a natural orthodox who had served as Pacquiao's sparmate before. Pacquiao's childhood friend and senior training man Buboy Fernandez earlier preached caution with how good Cuban boxers are and that many have Olympic experience. Two Filipino theater actors, Justin Viz and Dorothea Gloria, were cast as the leads in a Romeo and Juliet production, which will be staged at the Maker Park, Staten Island, New York, USA. Presented by the Staten Island Shakespearean Theater Company, or SIST, Romeo and Juliet will run on August 13, 14, 20, and 21. Dorothea performed for professional theater companies like Repertory Philippines, CCP, and PETA. She moved to New York in 2016 and became a member of BATS, the resident acting group of the Flea Theater. Justin was born and raised in California and studied at the American Conservatory Theater and Berkeley Rep. He is based in New York City as a professional actor. Dorothea said the concept of this version of Romeo and Juliet is a reminder that we are all humans who love, hurt, and lose. Those were the latest in headlines. It's now time to test Tito James's patience as we take a look at the inbox.
I just had a seatbelt installed in my office chair just for this moment.
Yay, that is awesome.
Yeah, no seatbelt, but go easy still. Go easy. What we got there, Chris?
Okay, first video we have is to how to hit the brakes or not?
Ay! That is a
Like,
kamote split.
nagkagulatan? I don't know.
I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. That's kind of. But kasi naman why are you going so fast in between?
True.
Why did they do that?
Yeah.
You don't know. You can see that the car is stopped, and the chances of people. Oh well, yeah. And by the way, if you do ride a motorcycle, I'm sure most of you already know this, but in case you're a newbie, never be very careful with those front brakes. Right, be very careful. They lock up really fast, and you just dump the bike. Happened to me. I broke my hand with a similar type of
Ouch.
accident. Yeah, so be careful. And so the next one I got, the Vespa, has the ABS because that really it's so vulnerable on a motorcycle that when you lock up that front wheel, it is immediate. It's just like what? You just lose the front, and that's how you end up like that. So be careful.
All right. All right. Duly noted, Tito James. All right. Up next is Back It Up. Let's see
Hi,
the
Zamboanga
video.
City. Look, we got
Mhm.
Zamboanga City.
Hello, Zamboanga City.
I posted that.
Yeah.
I was prepared for this one. And if you do it again, just take a look because a lot of people miss it. The car is reversing.
Yes. I
Like
had to
the
play it over and over again
yeah,
to
the
really
reverse
get it.
lights are on. Tan, 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 tan.
Ah.
Sige. Yeah, and that is just like incredibly stupid. That is really I reserve the word because I don't like calling any. I'll call the action stupid na lang, okay? Para
Yeah.
it's the action is stupid. Don't do that. Do not back up on the freeway. Whatever you think that you're going to lose in going down to the next exit and turning around, even if it does cost you 20 kilometers, well, it's just do it. All right. Just follow like everybody else. The fact that you have to be told not to back up on an expressway, ay nako. Look at that. I mean, where's the thought process? What's going through that person's head? I know we've all thought about it, right? I know anyone that's been in that situation has passed their exit goes, oh, and it crosses your mind briefly, maybe. But yeah, that's it.
Maybe
It just
because there's
crosses
no
over
one
that.
there. Maybe I
Yeah, but
can back
come on,
up,
come on,
but
come
then
on.
people are speeding up.
Ay, nako. Anyway, next. I don't know how much I got left in the
Next.
bank.
All right,
How much?
halfway there. We're looking at spin, spin, spin. At first, I thought this was going to be an accident.
It looks.
Wee,
Whoa!
wee, 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 wee.
Oh, oh, that's so cool.
That's so cool indeed.
Oh, I wish he wore a helmet, but that's so cool. I mean, he's obviously a stunt guy, and you
Yeah.
don't want to do this at home, folks. Okay, it's a little crazy because there apparently there are other cars there, even if it does look like it's controlled. But look,
Hmm.
it. Oh my gosh, it's impressive as much as it is dangerous. As much as I just hope that the guy did it in controlled circumstances, and if not, just a disclaimer: don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to practice
Don't
stuff
try it
like
at
that,
home.
yeah, practice in a very cordoned off area, something that's safe. Okay, but that was
Hmm.
impressive nonetheless. Come on, got to give him that. Mm,
Yep. All right.
right.
I think we're mellowing down a little bit to the next half. We
Mm-hmm.
have That's the Way to Do It.
That's sweet.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Ayun. Ayun. That is
I had to do a double look also.
yeah. I wonder what's going on the other side. Not that there's an excuse, but chances are there's
No,
probably a motorcycle. But still, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, then two wrongs don't make a right. If this Everest is making an adjustment for a motorcycle, let's just say, not the one that we see
no,
there, but let's just
still.
one exactly
There's a
no
there's a
signal.
there's a space on his left
Yeah,
side. He could have taken
exactly.
that.
There you go. There you go. So you see, and Chris doesn't drive, right? So and even Chris knows that, right? You
Yeah.
don't
I'm a
see. So,
professional passenger, Tito James.
oh, there you go. And you already know that. So you should be
Yes.
ashamed if you drove that car and you did not know that. And Chris, being a professional passenger, and
Mm-hmm.
high blood pressure of Titos. Yeah, she knows that, and you don't. So you should be ashamed.
Yeah, shame. Ding,
Okay.
shame. Kidding. All right, last but not the least, this is the road to Neverland or maybe Narnia. I don't know, but I want to experience that.
Okay, that's so cool. Imagine
Yeah.
what this would look like if we didn't have COVID, meaning like somebody just kind of, I don't know, just woke up and out of a coma or something, and they saw that, they'd be like, "What's going on there?" Well, that's apparently the normal life for us now. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
so cool how it's like, you walk into this misty room and then you literally end up somewhere else, right? Because the
it
bus will go somewhere.
is.
You end up in Lawag.
But I've
I like
always
it.
wanted one of those at home for the germaphobes. All right,
Yes.
all right. And we made it through the end. Hooray! That's all
Only
for
one or
today,
two extra
Tita
white
James.
hairs, not much, not bad, Chris. Look,
Yes, yes,
just a
yes. It's
little.
still, you're still pogi, Tita James. Don't worry,
You?
don't worry. Ay, sana manalo rin ako ng LG. Charot
Eh, bawal
lang.
ka dyan. Bawal ka, ma'am. Look,
Bawal, bawal ako.
everyone, even X, tried to resign just so she
Yeah.
could get into the draw. And I was like, it's not how it works, all right?
I know, I know, I know it's bawal. Sayang. Anyway, maybe I'll win some other place, but you know what? Thank you so much, Tito James. And of course, good luck to all of our raffle entries. And congratulations in advance to all those who are going to win. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a fabulous weekend. Avoid kamote people, but always choose happiness with some sugar rush. Don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page and on Instagram. And everyone, let's all stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. And NCR, stay indoors. This is Chris. See you guys. Bye. Mwah.
All right, that was Chris with the latest in the headlines. And like we always say every Friday, if you do like her voice, which she has a beautiful voice, don't you think? She's got that professional broadcaster voice. If you would like to have that on, whether it's your AVP, whether you've got some voiceover needed, or maybe you have a children's party, she does that online hosting. Safest way to have a party nowadays. And Chris has got a lot of experience in that. So that's how we like to sort of share these things around, keep it in the community. So give her a buzz. You can see her IG handle or Facebook handle there. Pop her a message if you want. Alrighty, so that is the latest in headlines and quite a lot to digest there. Apparently, still another week of ECQ, although I think a lot of people have been worried that we're going to extend past because they've been sending some feelers out. So, no point stressing out till then. Let's just wait till the announcement if that happens. But not much more we can do. But while we're stuck in this little lockdown together, the only thing we can really do is support each other. And by supporting each other, that means basically trying to pivot, help people who have pivoted into this pandemic by, let's say, starting a small business. Maybe it's something that they don't know much about, or maybe it's a passion thing that they had to sideline when they had to go an adult before the pandemic and they got their normal jobs, and then now they're into this thing because there's no other choice. And these are the people that we pretty much developed Free Plug Friday for, as a way of being able to give them free advertising, get their word out, put it to an audience so that you can get, if there's something you like, support them. It puts the money back in the local community. It helps each other out. We try to do this for smaller businesses, especially those who are really struggling, so that we can all get back on our feet. And for that, we need X. X! What you got in the box there, X? Wala? None? No sound again? Okay. Well, let's do it this way then. And to think I actually practiced this one, I actually made sure that it was okay. But huh? Try again. Okay, one, two, three. Nope. Okay. Let's go and do the backup. At least we've been doing backups now, so we can actually. Here we go, X. Is that working? What? Um. Hmm. It's on Viber. I'm on Bluetooth and oh my gosh. Okay, it's the old-fashioned way.
Actually have a line service. Hi to the Jays, we actually have a line service again, but before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Freedom Friday. All right, this is my service like Friday with something massive but edible. James, I'm talking about burgers. Ahoy! Tito James, the burgers that got sent to the Titoclock studio hails all the way from Cavite City, and they sent over their Godzilla burger. That, as you can see, Tito James, comes with fries, nachos, and buffalo wings. It's the works, Tito James. How did you find the burger as well as everything else that came with it?
Well, it's easy to find the burger because it's very big.
That's for sure. And rocking, so rocking.
Number one. So yeah, you're not gonna have any trouble finding the burger. It looked like a wheel of a car. I mean, it was super big.
And Tito James, I even have a picture with the burger side by side with one of the MacBooks, and dude, it literally ate it up. It's too big for its own good. Like, I swear, James, just check this out.
Well, that shows you the size, and I think a lot of people say, well, there's a novelty to it. Obviously, there's a novelty to it, but it makes it so much fun to share because like every time you bring it over, like we couldn't obviously finish this, so we share this with like we do with the other Free Plug Fridays. Something share with the guards and the staff of the building, etc. Now, while they always appreciate it, I'm sure you know this. There was a different smile on their face when we came up with this burger,
No,
right?
for sure.
Because so that's what the novelty I'm talking about. It's like when you share a half of a burger the size of your rim of an SUV, it brings out a different type of smile. So I love it. I love that concept. I like what they're doing there. It's a party platter.
It's a party platter. Okay, so they have other sizes as well, just like the giant burger, which is 9 inches, that comes with fries and nachos. That's priced at $5.99, good for up to 6 people. The Jurassic Burger, which is 12 inches, that comes with fries and nachos. Price at $999 and good up to 9 people, and the Godzilla Burger, which was the 18-inch burger.
18-inch. Yeah, that's bigger than my SUV rims.
Oh wow!
Like 17's on there.
Oh wow! This one's 18 inch, James, and it's good for up to 18 people. They have regular size burgers as well, but what's the fun in that, right? Anyway, guys, Burgers Ahoy on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Taki Authentic Takoyaki. So, Taki Authentic Takoyaki is currently on its 2nd year already. That's being run by a couple that started, Tito James, from a small cart that offered only takoyaki and has now upgraded into a small store that offers not just takoyaki, but even, as you can see, they now have ramen and even their homemade gyoza. And how did you find it, James? I mean, apart from the takoyaki, like how do you find the ramen, the gyoza? Because I can't eat it.
It's pretty good. The
Oh,
next
really?
day, yeah. Had some people over, and some of the kids enjoyed that
The kids.
as well. And I really enjoyed all of it. The ramen kits were
I know you like the ramen.
yeah, because there's only for me has been one authentic ramen
Yes.
that does it in a kit here, which is
yeah.
Yushoken
Uh-huh.
and Gopuro and stuff like that. I think a lot of people know that already, and it's very premium priced and it's premium ramen and stuff like this. This was the next best thing. It was the kind of thing that you could use as a replacement for that.
Oh, that's good to know, Tito James, because it's only 139 pesos.
That's why I'm saying,
Exactly.
for it to be the next best thing. I mean, we're not going to lie to our viewers and
Exactly.
listeners and say that, it's better than Yushoken because that's really the gold standard for me. But to get it at that price and not be a consideration and be something that's a good alternative,
Wow.
it's not, because what it doesn't feel like instant And sometimes,
Oh,
when you're gonna get a kit, I'm expecting instant. That's why the usually
Instant
thing
failure.
really, delivers, because it's like, but there's so much processes, of course, as well.
Yes, it's like a 10-step process
It's
before you
but,
even
that's
get
part of the experience.
That's part of the experience.
You're going for that whole thing. So this one is very easy. It just came in I just poured the soup in. I'm sure they also have a method for it, but I was in a hurry. So I just poured the soup in over the noodles, and then I just put it in the microwave, and it was good as gold.
Wow. Imagine that, guys. So they also have, apart from the ramen, they have takoyaki that come in different flavors, such as the cheese, crab, octobits, and of course, you can also try the gyoza that's 80 pesos for 3 pieces. Again, Taki Authentic Takoyaki on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to, I'm not sure how to pronounce this if it's because it's Korean. It's Gore or Gore. Anyway, guys, Gore Hot Dog Philippines is a hot dog franchise that hails all the way from South Korea, which opened its first branch in our country back in 2018, who serve these Korean corn dogs that come in different flavors, such as the Gore, which is a chicken hot dog. I'm so happy that I could eat Jumbo, which is a whole beef hot dog, the rainbow hot dog, which is a mix of mozzarella, mochi, and beef, the mozza hot dog, which is half mozzarella and half jumbo hot dog, and cheddar jumbo, which is a whole beef hot dog with cheddar cheese and cheddar cheese sauce. How did you find it, James? Oh, that was a lot.
I like the original. I thought the original was really good.
Oh, okay. I guess since I ate both chicken hot dogs, we must be talking about the jumbo hot dog.
That's the one.
Oh, well, I also like the presentation, Tita, just because the box came in with different dips and even the labels. Like, you can actually see what you're having. Like, for example, Tita James, like the logo is there and it says what kind, where the hot dog is and what the name is. And it even have the different condiments like the honey mustard. They even has sriracha there, apart from the usual ketchup and mayonnaise. So, what else did you like about it, James?
Well, it was very, it's like party food, When I say party food, it brought back a lot of memories, like going fun parks, amusement parks, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The corn dog.
Yes, exactly.
So it's something that is going to bring you back to your childhood a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
but you can have it at home.
Yeah, and it's fun. I mean, it's fun food.
That's true. Anyway, guys, for those who want to try and have it in a snack box, okay, price starts at 65 pesos, which can go up to 130 pesos depending on the flavor. And again, for those who want it in the snack box, the same as the one we have, you have to order a minimum of 5 flavors. But that's so easy because it's so good. Anyway, guys, hope you can check out Great Hot Dog Philippines on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to the toys for kids. So Toys for Kids offers educational toys and educational books for children that stimulate not only your learning, but it encourages their creativity and imagination, while they even have books that discuss about good manners like helping, listening, sharing, saying please, honesty, that are good for toddlers. And they even have this box called Magnet and so many more. So talk about being productive and learning even when at home. And their books, again, are good for kids up to kindergarten, and price depends on the type of book. Again, Toys for Kids on Facebook, Instagram, and Shopee. Last but not the least, we go to Hunters Point Hub. So Hunters Point Hub is a car and motorcycle detailing shop located in Tarizal. Remember, Tita James, this is one of the guys from the production people of Croatia who told us that he actually joined Free Plug Friday when we saw him in person. Anyway, they offer services such as a car and motorcycle wash, buffing, and removals for acid, asphalt, scratch, swirl stain, fast wax, full detailing, engine wash, and so much more. Price depends on the service and the size of your vehicle. Again, Hunters Point Hub on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always, always, always sanitize your clockers. This is X. Peace out. Happy ECQ. Bye.
Thanks very much, X. And that was Free Plug Friday. Sort of a version of it because we got kind of the tech gremlins again kick in. But anyway, I think you get the drift. That is, if you see anything you like, support them. It's always good to do that. And that way you get the money moving around in the local economy. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my thing to finish. There you go. All right, so that's Free Plug Friday, everybody. My goodness, I don't know what's going on with the whole thing, because I put it in, it didn't work, and so apologies if it sounded a little funky. Let me see if I can get that background music working, because that's also another thing that we seem to be having problems with today. But no Titoclock would be complete, right, without these little tech gremlins. And you'd think by now it would be all working, but because it knows that we're in ECQ, and nobody can come around and fix these things, that's when it kicks in. That's Murphy's Law for you. You know what? I don't know what Rage Against the Machine we're singing about, but it was most likely a printer or something, to do with tech, right? That's my guess, because I feel like that all the time. Anyway, all right. So we got Free Plug Friday out. If there's something you'd like to put there, just go and reach out to X over in the IG page at Deaconitis. And just so you know, I know a lot of the regulars know this already, but we have a lot of new people tuned in. So if you do have a small business, we don't charge anything for this, but do understand that there is also a lot of people trying to get in. And so sometimes you might have to wait 6 or 7 Fridays. But the good thing is sometimes people last minute back out, and then we'll send you a message and we'll bump you up. So that's how it works. And sometimes people get done within a couple of weeks and everyone's happy. All righty. So that's we're going to keep it brief today, because again, we want to limit the tech problems and all that kind of jazz. So we'll keep it a little brief. And I know a lot of people have tuned in for the raffle anyway, and we don't want to make any that's one thing you don't want to screw around with, is the raffle. You don't want any tech problems happening there, because there will be probably a riot out there. We've got almost 4,000 people tuned in right now live across not just this great country of ours, but all across the world. We see people tuned in from different parts of the world there. And I hope that you guys, I really hope it's one of the live people who win, because the ones that tune into Titoclock are, of course, extremely special. And I don't know, I just can imagine winning that thing over there. I mean, it's not like any regular TV. And I know I said this in the video, but I genuinely mean it, because you don't really appreciate these things until you try an OLED. And once you try an OLED and you experience that picture quality, the sound quality, the AI that it has in it, and AI works for both the picture and the sound, plus the usability, the interface, the remote control that is so cool that it works like a mouse or a magic pointer. You can talk to it. I talk to mine all the time, because, I've got Tito fingers, right? And one thing that is really entertaining to watch for young people is to watch older people like me try to type in passwords and stuff on a remote control on a big TV. It just never works. It's frustrating to watch. So what I do is I just talk to it, and I go on YouTube and I say, oh, look for blah, blah, blah videos, and boom, up it comes. And yeah, I hope that it's you that wins it. And also we've got these Tempur pillow over here. We've got the gift checks over here from All Day. So it's 3 big, major, massive, awesome prizes for you guys today. And shall we get this going? What do you think, X? What do you think? Should we? Yeah, we should, because my fear is that if we have any other tech dramas, it's going to get ugly. So let me see if this works. Who's here? You dressed up for the occasion, everyone. You dressed up. Check it out. Oh, his diapers and his shirt. Oh, rockets, all Say hi. Say something to them. Everyone's waiting for you to draw their name, Rocket. The pressure, you got to feel the pressure here. I can feel his little heart beating. He's like, I hope I don't pick the wrong name. Everyone's so tense. Everybody's waiting for this. All right, so let's go. Let's do this. Because if we get cut off halfway through this, X, big dramas. Look, Tagaytay City. Oh, I can see it. Dude, it's coming up, Rocket. It's coming up. I'm scared. I'm scared, Rocket. This one here is for the pillow. The Tempur Symphony pillow, right? And this is up to 75% cooler than the regular Tempur pillows. And I always thought the regular Tempur pillows were already pretty cool. If you've never tried one, oh man, I've I'm lucky enough to be the ambassador of Tempur. And I think it was about 2018, I got my first Tempur mattress. And I'll tell you, it ruined hotel experiences forever for me. Because every time I traveled, after that, I used to travel a lot, 2 to 3 times a month, before the pandemic, right? And I used to travel, and I used to go to these fancy hotels, and it was never ever as nice as my own bed. So that's the only warning that I'll give you with a Tempur, is it may ruin a hotel experience for you because it's very hard to match that. Okay, you ready, Rocket? You're gonna pick out a Tempur winner. Looks like Rocket wants to use the pillow himself and just doze off, but he's got work to do. Put that paw up there. There, gonna fall asleep. Every time you say Tempur to Rocket, he feels like sleeping. Jay Windred. Congrats, Jay. Woo, woo. Put a little spunk into it, Rocket. Okay, that's our Tempur pillow winner. Now let's go over to are we doing the GCs? I think of the GCs. Yeah, he heard his mom's voice and he's all, oh. Yeah, he's a bit of a mama's boy, Rocket, but he's got a lot of fans. He's also got an Instagram account if you want to stalk Rocket. He's at the Rocket Launcher. The Rocket Launcher. So that's Rocket's IG handle. And in case you want, he's like, in case you want to catch up with more photos of me. Okay, Rocket, where's the next screen? Because Rocket's gotten just enough energy for, I think, just 2 more pushes of that button. Look at him. He's dozing off. Here we go. Okay. Ready, Rocket? This is for all day GCs, groceries, convenience store, pet food. If you want to buy pet food for Rocket, you can get that there too. Big shout out to Sec Mark for this. Thanks, Sec. All right, AJ Velasco, $2,000 worth of all-day vouchers. That's for groceries or for convenience store stuff. And then now we move on to the lucky last, and this is the grand prize, Rocket. This is for the OLED TV over here, 48-inch C1 self-lit OLED with the A9 processor, the ThinkQ AI, true cinema experience, and the ultimate gameplay. This thing is the absolute beast of televisions. You will not, and I mean it, you will not get a better TV out there than the LG OLED. I challenge you. You just won't. I mean, you can go to their competitors and try to see what they doesn't hold a candle, not to the LG OLED. So here we go. Somebody's getting that for free. It's 89,990 pesos worth of TV, and it's all in Rocket's paw. Ready, Rocket? Okay, this is it, Rocket. This is the big one. Almost 5,000 people, 4,966 people waiting for Rocket's paw. There's that paw. Contain your excitement, Rocket. Calm down. Just calm down. Sandy, are you here? I hope Sandy's here. Let me check. Go on, Sandy. You got the messages from that same account. All right. Well, we don't wait. We give them 24 hours. So here you go, Rocket. You're off the hook. Say goodbye to everyone. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. Hope you won. Congratulations, everybody. Don't forget to follow me. The Rocket Launcher. There's a dot in between the rocket and the launcher. Boop, boop. Hey, bye. All right. So there you go. Wow. Big, big, big draw. And that pretty much wraps up the show for us. I just wanted to leave you with perhaps just a little message. There's supposedly one more week. Obviously, we're bracing ourselves that they could extend that, but Let's just take it week to week, guys. Let's just take it 1 week at a time or 1 day at a time. Remember, all we got to do is just get to the next day. If you're feeling a little frustrated, you're feeling a little saddened and all that, just also know that the pandemic, and I mean this, the pandemic is far more than just your physical health. Okay, it is very important. Nobody's downplaying that. Everyone knows how serious the Delta variant is. But I think a lot of people, especially authorities, are not placing enough attention on everything else. We're not just about our physical bodies, okay? Yes, of course, it's important. And if we get sick, it could end it all. I know that, you know that. This is why we're all looking out to get the vaccine or wear the masks or do the social distancing. But there is a point where you have to put a balance into life and ask yourself about what are you actually protecting? Because they say, if you're going to go into this extreme mode where you're always just going to be worried and all that, that's not worth it. Because if they say you can't put a value on life, yes, you can. The value of life is living it. So don't forget, if you're protecting your life, but all you're doing is existing in pure fear, that's not a life. That's just existing. So always keep that in mind, that we're trying to protect what we had in our life. And that life is important. If we're prisoners of that life of fear, if we're prisoners of that life because we just, mostly the fear that's being put around, it's really not much point. Because even if we have our health, we're pretty screwed up here. So make sure there's a balance. We as humans need balance. We need social interaction. We need health. We need to be outside. We need to get vitamin D. This is another thing that I wish the government would actually put more importance on, is the importance of exercise, the importance of good health. And that's pretty much it. I'll leave you with that, because if anything happens from now, I think we can now say we've done our raffle. We've done our bit. We'll come back next Friday, same time, same place. It'll still be another lockdown. We'll still be in ECQ probably. So until then, stay safe and always, always, always sanitize. Bye for now.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.